Hello again, Card Community. It's RJ back with another video. Let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt collectible of the day is this book about Mike Schmidt, which is part of the Baseball Legends series produced by Chelsea House Publications around about 1995. And it was one of a set. They made a series of books with about all the star players. You can take a look at the list right here. All of these players had books produced from them, and I actually do have the entire set of books. I'm very happy to have that set of books. You can see them up on eBay all the time. You can try and get, it's hard to find the whole set. I mean, you can get them together piecemeal. I was lucky enough to get almost a complete set at one purchase long ago, so I was able to put together the rest of them quickly, thereafter. But it's a great series of books geared mostly towards young people. It's there's not a lot to it, certainly big text, small book, thin, lots of pictures, so it's geared mostly toward young people. But it's a fantastic little part of my collection, including the entire book. Remember, I am all about Mike Schmidt and baseball in general. My random baseball collectible today is also a book, and it's also a shout out. I want to give a shout out today to Diego Torres SCD. He has a channel. That's the name of his channel. Check him out. He's a fantastic guy, always showing off his collection similar to me. But one day he was doing this highlight of Surf books. This is Surf Laundry Detergent put out this book highlighting various teams. This one's the Phillies, and all the cards are from Topps, from the beginning of Topps till the present day when this was made. I want to say late 80s, 87. So you can see it starts with all the Phillies who are in the 52 set and so forth and so on. And Mr. Torres was highlighting a couple of the Chicago teams, and I commented on there, gee, when are you going to show me the Phillies version? And he said, I don't know if I have it. Maybe I do. I don't know. I'll send you one. Kind of laughed it off. And then one day I got an email from him saying, what's your email address? What's your mailing address? Nothing else. Just, hey there, what's your mailing address? And I had to respond pretty quickly to that. Why? I mean, I don't care who the guy is. If you've never talked to him before and he suddenly says, give me your mailing address, you're always a little taken aback. But I sent it to him, and he was kind enough to send me this book, the Surf Phillies book. So I greatly appreciate that. Shout out to, again, Diego Torres SCD. Please check out his channel. He's doing fantastic things over there, and I thanks very, very much, Mr. Torres. Today's trivia question. This will be one of the harder ones I've given. I'm trying to step it up a notch. It's a very basic question, but there's, unless there's thousands of possibilities. So I'm going to throw this one out at you. Babe Ruth was uniform number 3. If you take a look on my screen there in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see the PBS documentary by Ken Burns. I've got the whole box set there. And there's Babe Ruth. About 1948, he had a Babe Ruth Day out at, I believe, Yankee Stadium, and they were playing the Indians that day, and that's an iconic picture. He's leaning on Bob Feller's bat to hold himself up. It's a shot from the back. That's the one they show, and he's got number 3 on the back of his uniform. And if you know anything about the history of baseball, Babe Ruth was always number 3. My question to you is, why? There's a very specific reason why Babe Ruth wore uniform number 3. That's all I'm going to give you. That's the only thing I'm going to say. That is your trivia question for today. Your prize, should you get the answer, would be this Babe Ruth card. This comes from the Conlon collection, around about 1993 through 1995. They actually started in 91, but this card here, I believe, was either 92 or 93. Oh, even earlier, or even later, 94. Okay, they Common Collection started putting a lot of colorized inserts into their packs and sets back in the day. This one, it was the 33rd color insert produced. It's Babe Ruth. It is his career totals as a pitcher, believe it or not. And he also has his career totals as a player. A little bio here. Good picture of him in a follow-through on his swing. It's pretty good center, pretty good everything. It's a blue bordered card, colorized version of the common set. So again, this is the prize for anybody who can tell me, why did Babe Ruth wear uniform number 3? All right, today I just want to highlight part of my collection for you. What I have here is a binder. This is Lefty Gomez, pitcher for the Yankees in the 20s, 30s, with a big high leg kick. And the card on the front, kind of taped that on with corners there, is from Action Packed. Now, Action Packed is a long since defunct card company, but they produced what we would call almost three-dimensional cards. I'm going to open it up, pull out the Yogi Bear, card number 1. This is the first card you can see down there at the bottom, card number 1. Action Packed, copyright 1992. Got Yogi Bear, and if you see, it's kind of got a three-dimensional embossed kind of a look to it. If you remember those Topps 3D cards I showed one of my earlier videos, they took a card, and it's actually a thick paper stock kind of folded over on itself. You can see here in that corner, the cards are, it's actually like a thicker sheet of card stock folded over right along that gold seam right there, I think is where it folds on. Got some basic career year, his total career stats and some career highlights and basic bio information. But they started as a football card company. I remember back in the day, they started making, that's where the name Action Pack comes in. It's kind of an odd name for baseball. But they started out doing football cards. And then they branched into baseball. I'm not sure how far they went with it, but I got the baseball card set. There's actually 2 years. I'm going to put you down, raise up the binder here. Put it back here. I know it's pretty glaring. I'm trying to find a way to lessen the glare. There we go. I'll do it that way. So it is a bunch of star players. You'll note that this is not all. Let me put you down for a second. One of these days I'll have to invest in some software or some video editing software or something like that. All right, so most of the players in the set are Hall of Famers. All right, in fact, here's page 1, cards 1 through 9. Everybody on here is a Hall of Famer. Flip the card. Most of these players, or actually all these guys, are also Hall of Famers. But they will get into, okay, here you go, Vern Law now up top there. Vern Law, Virgil Trucks, Mel Parnell. They are, for the most part, Hall of Fame cards, but they're really just star players of the day. Star players from back in the day. And I am a guy who likes to collect sets, but I love card sets of the greats, of Hall of Famers and stars of the day. I can't get enough of those style sets. They're very inexpensive usually. For whatever reason, today's collectors want one thing and one thing only, the star rookies. They want to invest in today's rookie cards, and great players of the past, even some minor Hall of Famers like, Richie Ashburn here or Larry Doby, don't carry any weight in the collecting community unless they're PSA vintage cards. So these card sets, when they produce them, they tend to be a little pricey when they first come out, if you want to get boxes and sets or packs. But you wait a couple of years, you can get these card sets online for like $5, $10, $20, and you get just a slew of Hall of Famers and fantastic cards. And if you go through this, it has just the absolute greats of the day. I'm not going to necessarily highlight too many of these. Gil McDougall, longtime Yankee, Bobby Mercer. And here's a nice little action shot of Bobby Richardson. Heavy in the Yankees right there, but not all. There's Ronnie Santo. You got Vital Blue down here from the A's. I mean, it is Joe Garagiola, who was mostly known as a broadcaster, but was a catcher in the Cardinals system years ago. You got all these fantastic cards. They made it 2 years. The first year, as I showed you, was 92. Look, there's Al Oliver in his Expos uniform. Rocky Colavito. I mean, just big names if you were a baseball fan. Just huge guys. Davey Johnson, who was a manager of the Mets in '86, but hit 40 home runs 1 year for the Braves. Don Kessinger. Great names. And then in '93, to differentiate it, they put in a red border around it. And the great thing about this is I remember they have in this set the first 5 Hall of Fame inductees in this set. There are a lot of older players. They went back into the early days of baseball. If you saw that set I just went through, it was mostly people from the 50s through the 80s, so to speak. Now they're getting back in the early days because you got Cy Young, the first 5 members of the Baseball Hall of Fame: Honus Wagner, Chris Mathewson, Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, and on the following page, there's your Babe Ruth. So this one, the set in '93, was a little bit better from my standpoint because it went back and got some of the all-time greats in the early days of baseball. Cy Young, Eddie Collins, you're talking Ty Cobb, obviously. But you turn the page and there's still great people. Tris Speaker, Grover Cleveland Alexander, Ed Roush. I mean, it's just a collector's dream if you're a Hall of Fame guy. You got all these fantastic things. Same format, red text on the back there, though. But again, just basic career highlights, the career stats, and a little bio of things. And even here, they did do a couple, borderline players. Because here's Jimmy Fox. But then they broke into other players too. They even got a Satchel Paige card, which was pretty cool. I wish they had done a Josh Gibson maybe, but at least they got Paige in there. I think because Paige did play in the major leagues, they got him there, although that is a Monarchs uniform, obviously. All right, then you get into trying to find, I know they have some where they're not Hall of Famers, but so far everybody here, every card in this set so far has been a Hall of Famer. But I know they go off script eventually. Here's Joe Jackson. How many times are you going to get a Joe Jackson card? How many Joe Jackson cards do you think you have in your collection? But here's a very inexpensive, easy card to pick up that has Joe Jackson on it. Those are the kind of things you also get when you get these really neat sets. Pepper Martin from the Cardinals organization years ago. Allie Reynolds, they called him the Super Chief for the Yankees in the 40s and 50s. Here's Ted Klaczewski showing off the biceps, kind of like Jimmy Fox did before him, actually. Smokey Burgess. Johnny Sane, if you know the Braves history, it was always Spawn and Sane and Pray for Rain because they were the only 2 good pitchers they had. Don Larson threw the no-hitter. Joe Black. Billy Martin as a player. Everybody knows Billy Martin as a manager, but here he is looking nice and young as a player for the Yankees. So this is just a fantastic card set. I'm so thrilled I have it. Here you go. Check out this one. You get a Bob Uecker card in there. How many Bob Uecker's cards do you have? I mean, you can get a Bob Uecker card for pretty inexpensive, let's be honest. But there's a nice Bob Uecker card. Johnny Callison as a Philly. That's a favorite one of mine. Dick Allen, who's got to get him in the Hall of Fame soon. Thurman Munson and Jerry Koosman, Tommy John. It's just got, again, all the great Hall of Famers, but also some of the people you didn't, you were just stars of the day. And then they ended that set. There's 168 total cards in the 2 sets combined. That's how they did it. In fact, when they stopped, the first set was 84 cards. They just picked up from there and did another 84. They threw in an Abbott and Costello, who's on first card. They didn't reproduce the entire script. There was no way to do it. But they just kind of have some of the basic bio about the comedy duo and some of the things they were doing here. At the end, this is where the cards ran out in my binder, so I just threw in some of the Hall of Famers that I had. And this here, they had a 5-card Tom Seaver promotional pack. Those 5 cards are of Tom Seaver are numbered differently, and I actually have 2 extra ones. Had an extra Joe Gordon. I was just trying to fill out my binder here. But that's just the action-packed baseball card sets from 1992-93. Action Packed was the name of the card company that produced it. Again, they did football cards first, hence the name Action Packed. They branched into baseball. Didn't last long. I know that they weren't made well. The corners, the edges chipped badly. The gold foil many times wasn't applied properly and flaked off really easy. So the card company didn't last. But, you know, I'm happy that I have the 2 baseball card sets of those 2 years. So that's just a random thing of my collection. Again, remember the trivia question. You could win this Babe Ruth card if you tell me why Babe Ruth was number 3. What was the reason he ended up being number 3? Be the first person to email me the answer to that question. I'll include all the information in the description below, and I'll send you this card. All right. I hope you enjoyed that little look into my collection. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe, and whatnot. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. I'm making a lot of videos in advance, so I'm not sure when this was going up, but I'm getting near 300 subscribers as I make this. So when I do get, not 300, I'm getting near 100 subscribers. And when I get to 100, I'm going to hold another contest, a really big giveaway. So I hope you all tuned in for that. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Please comment below. And again, thanks for watching. Take care.